Hey guys, and welcome back to another Valorant video. In this one, we're going to be ranking the Valorant maps from worst to best. Of course, I'm not basing it off my opinion. I use the Discord to create a voting poll. Usually I have 10,000 votes, but I had to make this video in a little bit of a rush so it can go up today, meaning I only have 5,000 votes. So it's half the sample size, but it's still big enough to give us some amazing results. And I promise you, I can't promise, but I think the results are going to surprise you. They surprised me. I have a general idea of my ranking, and I'll give it to you guys at the end, but I don't know. Let me know if you guys agree with the community down below. Leave me your comments, your thoughts. Maps are a hot discussion topic, so yeah, let's get straight into it. Out of the 6 maps in Valorant, the one ranked at the very bottom, so this doesn't mean it's a bad map or a horrible map, it just means it had the least amount of love and votes, would be Breeze. Yeah, Breeze. Breeze was actually ranked at the bottom. I'm kind of surprised. I knew it might rank low, to be honest with you guys. I know there's conflicting opinions about Breeze, but I'm taken aback. It's ranked very low on the list. It's last place. It has 481 votes. Again, a smaller sample size, but I don't know. I'm still surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I personally like Breeze. It's big, it's open, it's spacious, it's the prettiest map, and I know it has a lot of frustrations. Rotating is very annoying on Breeze. Team coordination is much higher up there because of the way you have to control a site and get onto a site, but aim duels personally are fun gameplay. Excellent gameplay. Like, my aim substantially got better once Breeze was added. I swear, it makes you think way more about when you're shooting than just the swing spray that a lot of us lower ranked players had experienced before, and I personally like Breeze. But it ranked at the bottom. I get it. I understand it. Fair play. Let me know what you think about it down below. But let's move on to number 5. At number 5, we have Icebox. This one makes sense. It has substantially more votes than Breeze at 637, but I would switch these personally. I don't like Icebox as much as I like Breeze at all. Icebox is fine. Actually, I think there's a misunderstanding. When someone, or at least maybe me, let's say I dislike Icebox, people might think as an entire map, there's just certain aspects of Icebox that make it a little bit frustrating. For example, playing on B side isn't that fun. It's so linear and basic. It's a small area with no cover other than yellow. You have a very thin hallway into B from the start with obscure angles, but that part's okay. But then once you plant, when you want to play post-plant, I even talked to Radiants and Immortals, and they even said there isn't much areas to play. If you're playing Snow, you're too exposed with B back and B alley and kitchen, and if you're playing B green or B cubby, you're too far away from the site to do anything without lineups, meaning you literally have to play B yellow and there's no other cover except the yellow boxes. So I just feel it's so linear. Like, the same thing happens every time you go B. Like, it's just, you can just see the round play out over and over and over, and it just seems so repetitive to me. That is why I would rank it lower. Not that Icebox as a map is bad, since a ton of the map is super cool. I don't mind tubes, I don't mind kitchen, I don't mind how it loops around. I don't mind how you have to be on your tippy toes and watch your flank. All that is cool, and A is one of the best sites in the game. Like, A on Icebox is so fun. You've got so much multi-level. Instead of getting, let's say, big and expansive like Breeze, you have multi-levels, and I would love to see more multi-levels. Like, you got the ropes to go up and down, left and right. You got something that's on the ground, something a little more medium. You got slopes. You got all the way up high. You got different agents able to play on different spots. A is a good idea. A is the exact opposite of B. A never plays out the same way. A has a ton of different ways that it could go about depending on agents, while B, other than like having a stage, it just feels kind of repetitive. But I could be wrong. I could be a noob. I could be playing Icebox wrong. Let me know, but that's my thoughts. Next up, we have Split. Split is right, it's in 4th place with 689 votes, a little bit of a thinner margin. People tend to like maps in Valorant in general, no matter how much back and forth there is. The margins get pretty slim, and Split is in a pretty good spot. I wouldn't say it's the best map. It lacks a lot of specific things, but Split itself is, I don't know, I have a lot of nostalgia with Split, Maybe if there's one con would be how much mid control matters, but I'm not a high enough rank to tell you balances of maps, right? I can't give you guys my opinions on how well a map is balanced. That's silly. I can just tell you my personal opinion. And after the changes, with Garage and all the map changes, there's also ramps, etc., they changed a bunch. Split got a lot better. Like, it actually moved up a lot in quality, in my opinion, and that's just great on Riot. The adjustments towards map is exactly what we need to keep seeing towards the better. But yeah, I don't have too much to say about Split. Let me know what you guys think. After Split, we've got Haven. So Haven, with 742 votes, made a substantial jump from Split, smack down in the middle in number 3 spot. I like Haven, man. I mean, just look at it. It's so pretty. Just because of the fire, it's one of the best maps. Straight up, easy peasy. On a serious note, Haven is an excellent map. I think it has a lot of great things. The 3 sites are pretty amazing. It's the only map with 3 sites as of right now. I wouldn't be surprised if the next map, what is it called? Canyon? Codename Canyon or something? Has 3 points, because we haven't had one since Haven. I don't know how people feel about it too much, like having 3 points, but I personally like it. I think it's super cool. It's funny that they didn't take the chance to make Icebox 3 points, considering how large that map was. But all sites on Haven are fun. Mid is a little chaotic. Okay, mid is super chaotic. Once you actually reach site, there's just a big box in the middle, and you're kind of playing ring around the rosy. But you got 3 angles to defend, and it's always interesting, always high stakes gameplay. I personally don't have much to say about it. I think long is fun, situational. We got sniping there, long range battles, but then you got A, which is a very balanced site. We have verticality, we have good space, not too cornered, we have a lot of cover. I don't know. Haven, to me, actually, just gonna tell you guys from now, Haven is my personal favorite map. Number one. But I'll tell you my personal list after. I just think Haven's great all around. But again, I sound like a broken record. Last time I'll say it. Just let me know what you guys think down below. The number 2 spot goes to Bind with 811 votes. This would be my second favorite map probably. I love Bind. The teleporters are unique, quite literally. I also wouldn't be surprised if we see teleporters again used in the future. I think they're amazing gameplay mechanics. They're loud, but they're like bold. I love how bold they are, right? You go through a teleporter with your team, everyone knows. They're like, okay, they're using teleporter. How do we react? And you got to think fast. They're quick, they're aggressive, but they're bold, right? Like, you can't use them sneakily. You can try to trick people, Yoru footsteps, fake omen teleport, but other than that, they're just bold, and they make such unique gameplay mechanics. I mean, if you teleport into if you teleport through a teleporter and you're hiding behind before the doors open, the enemies have to keep an eye on you, right? So there's just, I don't know. Bind has amazing gameplay mechanics, in my opinion. There's not too much verticality. We've just, other than like Heaven, and you can jump on a few boxes. Not too much verticality, not too much height, but a ton of little tunnels, a lot of different boxes. The sites, again, open enough, but have enough places to hide behind, right? Both elbows are really great on both sides, lamp and elbow on the other side. So I don't know. I love it. Bind is great. I don't have anything to complain about when it comes to Bind, like at all. But let's go to the number 1 spot. In number 1, we have Ascent. This blew my mind. I don't mind Ascent. It's a good map, but with 1,039 votes, I'm surprised it got number 1. I didn't expect Ascent at all to be number 1. I thought it'd be 4, to be honest with you guys. I remember people not liking Ascent. What happened? I swear people used to not like Ascent. Maybe Icebox came out right after and people were like, oh yeah, Ascent's actually pretty good. I don't know. That's pretty funny. But Ascent, with 1,039 votes, kind of blew everything else out of the water here. Yeah, it's up there. I like Ascent. Don't get me wrong. I think B-side is not as good as A-side, but again, I think maybe that's personal opinion, because I don't know about balance or power. I don't know the difference of balance. It's just that B-side it's kind of fun to defend B-side, but you got 2 very thin angles, and you got to be a little coordinated, make sure you're attacking from both sides. And then when you're actually playing on B itself, there's just the 1 box in the middle, and then you have B back. If you're fighting on, you don't really fight on the site like other sites. You don't fight in the plant area very much, right? You're fighting usually stairs or walkway or whatever it's called, I forgot, and from B back, right? You're never really touching the yellow area unless you're holding close angles. So that's probably my only small complaint, but it's a good map all around. A is awesome. Shout out to us people who hide hell and just Doink people. But yeah, in the end, that is the list. To tell you my favorites without going back into detail, I would say Bind maybe number 1 or Haven. They're kind of tied for me. Bind and Haven are my favorite maps. And then I would say Ascent Split even, and then Breeze, and then Icebox. That's my personal list. But give me your personal list. Give me your personal list down below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, consider subscribing, join the Discord, because if you're not playing with me in videos or playing with other people in videos, you'll be voting for things for videos. This channel is all about the community. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.